Ice Line Beats. You are now listening to Ice Line Beats. You are now listening to Ice Line Beats.
Man, what's good out there, man? What's up? What's up? What's popping? What's crack-a-lacking? What's going on, fight fans? It is the homie, Mainman Mademan in the building. Oh, yes, sir. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Once again, it's on, man. Once again, a honor and a pleasure, fight fans. I repeat, a honor and a pleasure. Rocking out with the boxing fans and the boxing fam. It's Sunday. You know what that means. Our time now, man. What up, fight fans? What's good with you, man? I hope all is well in the world, man. Most importantly, I hope all is well in your world. Do me a favor, though. Hit that thumbs up as you pull up. You already know. Thumbs up as you pull up. I want to give a major salute to everyone that catches this live. Major salute to everyone that catches this on a playback. But thumbs up as you pull up. What's up, fight fans? What's up with everybody, man? I hope all is well, man. What's goody, man? Been chill out here, fight fans. Chill, man. Just enjoying my time off, man. Beautiful weather we having out here in the DMV, man. Once again, it's good to be back on here to talk about this sport that we all so love, fight fans. And y'all already know that nobody does it better than the main man. You know what I'm saying? Who I got up in this jump, man? What's up, man? I got Last of a Dying Breed up in here. What's up with you, man? Chilling. Can't complain. Who will listen? You know what I mean? What's up with you, man? Raheem, I see you, Raheem. Appreciate you, man. Up in this thing early, Raheem. What's up, man? Hope all is well, Raheem. I can't complain. Yes, sir, family. Yes, sir. Salute to the entire chat. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button on the way in. Was ready for the homie and the chat to discuss this. We got to talk, bruh. Anything that's popping in the sport, that's how we doing it on We Talking Boxing Live, fight fans. Y'all notice what it is. Now, y'all already know that the homie deserved like a platinum trophy when it comes to talking about this Crawford versus Spence. But however, whenever we do We Talking Boxing Live, we go around the entire sport, fight fans. So anyone that's new to the We Talking Boxing Live series, check it on out. We have a playlist available on the home page. The We Talking Boxing playlist available for shows like this one, where we just basically cover the entire sport. So we are definitely going to talk about Crawford and Spence tonight. I mean, hell, it's the biggest fight in boxing. Ain't that right, fight fans? I mean, shit. I mean, boxing was slow this week, and I'm sure y'all heard y'all round of the mill talk of Crawford and Spence all week long. So it is the fight that's going to carry us all the way into that fight night. And we can't wait to get there, man. So we're going to touch on it a little bit tonight, but it's not going to perhaps dominate the show. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. I got my homie L-Dub boxing up in this jump, man. What's up, L-Dub? Coolin', man. What's up with you, champ? Hope all is well with the homie L-Dub, man. My man always breaking it down, keeping us well informed in the fight game, man. When it comes to them rankings, man, nobody does it better. Salute to my homie L-Dub boxing up in this jump, man. I'm hearing Gary Antoine Russell will be on boot card on July the 8th. Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's great news, man. Great news, man. It's crazy, L-Dub. How about this, right? I'm sitting in my car about 3-4 days ago. I'm sitting in the car. I'm at the mall. You know what I'm saying? I'm stopping through the mall real quick. And I'm sitting in my car, decide, hey, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick video real quick, right? And as I'm doing the video, matter of fact, I was doing the video about Terence Crawford and with his dust that he was kicking up with Jerome Boots Ennis. And I'm sitting in my car getting ready to do this, and guess who comes knocking on the window? Boom, boom, boom. Gary Russell Jr. parked right beside me, did not even know it. As I'm sitting there like, dang, wait, what's up, champ? I get the what's up, champ? And what's going on? Boom, boom. Phone dies right then and there on the steering wheel, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't land it. Had Gary Russell Jr. literally directly beside me, and I didn't even know it, man. I asked him a couple questions about Haney, man, and he's still pumped up about Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? He's still pumped up about Devin Haney. And it was really, man, I really wish I could have got his response to the Devin Haney and Lomachenko square off, man, because, you know, he fought both of them, man. So a damn missed opportunity, bro. It was just like, what the hell, Slim? Damn. But he pulled up. I mean, I was there after him, so I must have popped beside him and didn't even know I parked right beside him. You know what I'm saying? He got a similar car than I got, so it was like, it's crazy. It's real crazy, man. Yeah, so it's crazy. But I'm hoping that my man Gary Antoine Russell does come on back on the Boost card, bro. That'd be good news, and that's music to my ears, man. I'm wondering if when this kid is coming back, he deserved that title shot, man. That should not have been Rolly Romero's title shot. I'm so sick when people running around talking about some man, he turned the shot down. You know, he didn't want the shot. That's so further from the truth that it don't make no sense. And it's damn sad that everybody's misinterpreting that one interview that they're taking that shit away from. You know what I'm saying? Don't misinterpret that, everybody. What he was telling y'all was he didn't get the damn call, so he ain't tripping off that fight. But I'm hoping to see him back in that ring soon. I think he's the best, the biggest threat at 140 pounds to everybody. And hear me when I say this, fight fans. They don't say his name. They don't say his name. Do you see anybody saying his name? And why wouldn't they say his name? Because he coming. Top 5 in the sanctioning body. He coming. Of course they not saying his name, but that shark fin showing. Oh, that shark fin hunting around. Trust and believe. Who's gonna be the first one to go face Jaws up around this joint? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna be the first one to face Jaws? I got word of the day up in our house. What's up, champ? And I hope all is well with the homie. Word of the day. Salute to you, family. Salute to you. What's up to the homie? Truth. Bruce is up in here. Bruce, motherfucking Bane, always laying down that flame. You know what I'm saying? What up with you, Bruce, man? What up with you, bro? Always look forward to the Bruce Lane videos, everybody. That's my man right there. Talk it. What's good, G? Chilling, man. I can't complain, Bruce, man. Can't complain whatsoever, man. Appreciate you riding with me, though, Bruce, man. And much love to you, champ. Much love to you, man. Raheem says, you know, I try to keep up when the homie on if I can make it, man. Hey, Raheem, I already know. And if you ain't there live, I know you're gonna be there on the playback. I'm good, bro. I know you one of my man, my core. You know what I'm saying? You one of my core, so I already know. And Raheem says Clarissa put on a master class. Big facts. And that's exactly where we're gonna start at, Raheem. You are the man. Let's go right there, champ. Let's start right there. Let's talk about Clarissa last night, fight fans. They say Clarissa put on a master class, says my man Raheem. I couldn't agree with you more, man. But I'm gonna have to go to a little bit of reporting on this right here because I'm not even sure about her opposition. I'm gonna keep it all the way a thou with y'all, man. Clarissa Shields beats Marcella Cornejo Cornejo by unanimous decision at Detroit's Little Caesars Arena on Saturday night, dominating from start to finish. The judges scored the bout 100-89, 100-90, and 100-90. Shields from Flint, Michigan was supposed to fight Hannah Gabriels, the only fighter to knock Shields down in her pro career, but Gabriel tested positive for a banned substance, and Cornejo stepped in to replace her, and it showed. Let's stop right there, fight fans. So, my girl Claressa Shields, defending her undisputed middleweight crown last night, gets the job did, and in dominating fashion. Screw y'all and y'all headlines, because I already know where y'all want to go with this. I get it, man. I get it. She should have knocked the girl out. All right, Claressa should have gave us a knockout with the girl that stepped in on 2 weeks' notice for Hannah Gabriels. But we did get a dominating performance, but we didn't get the knockout. Here's my deal, fight fans. First off, hats off to the GOAT. And yes, she is the GOAT by every sense of the word. She is the greatest woman fighter of all time, fight fans. No one matches her skills and no one matches her accolades. If they do, please give me a name. Now, if we're going to put the period right there, the thing I'm going to say is this. Hey, look, man, everybody knows that there is no bigger Claressa Shields fan than Mainman Mademan. I am in the corner of Claressa Shields, without a doubt. But when you off, and this is just the same criticism that I would give to the men, so we got to be fair about this. If you are going to be fighting 2 week notice stand-ins, girls with 6 losses, I mean, I don't say I need a stoppage. I'm glad to see she's dominating. I am, fight fans. But let's not pretend here. Women's boxing needs some infusion of star power, and they need some infusion of entertainment or of sizzle. It just does. I love the skills. I love the fact that they fighting each other and they don't care about politics and they don't care about all of this stuff. You know what I mean? I love all of that, man. That's what boxing should be. Claressa Shields exemplifies exactly what boxing should be. But you still gotta have that thing. And look, she's so damn good. She's too damn good. All right, she's smoking everybody, fight fans, and we all know it. She's smoking everybody, and we all know it. But we want some highlights. We want something to gawk at. I do. I'm sorry, fight fans. It's the fight fan that's in me. Main man, you wrong for that. Call it the fight fan in me. But I want to see some knockouts. And you can say, hey, maybe she needs an extra minute in the rounds. I don't know what it is. But when you're fighting opponents that you are just like, there's too many margins of deficit of skill, you got to get them out of there, bro, to get the people talking at least. If not, then you just got to be cool with just being the GOAT. And that's cool. You're going to the Hall of Fame. You're going to be the greatest woman fighter of all time. But the sizzle, well, it just ain't there. You know what I'm saying? And she's a very entertaining fighter for the most part. Like you listen to her talk. It's like, dog, I love to hear her talk. I love her bravado. I love everything about Claressa Shields. I love the way she approached fights. I love her mindset. There's nothing not to like about Claressa Shields. The only thing she's missing is the knockout. And I can talk till I'm blue in the face. I could talk about how great she is till I'm blue in the face. But it's only going to take me but so far. And maybe she cool with that. But the knockout is what made Layla. People may say, well, Layla is nowhere near as good as Claressa Shields. That Claressa is levels above Layla Ali in skills and talent. And I will agree with that to a certain degree. I mean, she's decorated way more than Layla could ever think of being. But Layla had knockouts. And Layla had the name Ali. Granted. But she got knockouts. And you can say, well, man, they were overhyped. Like they took Layla and they put her in there with tomato cans. Granted, I give you all of that. The fact of the matter is she still got knockouts. I mean, it comes with the territory. When you are just so leaps and bounds above your competition, but you are outboxing them, I'm telling you, it's only gonna curry your sizzle, but so far. And she does got to do that to a certain degree when you got opponents like this. And it's only fair criticism that we would give any male fighter. You put Terence Crawford in there with somebody that he's leaps and bounds, a David Avenese. I was expecting for him to go in there and play with David Avenese. That's exactly what he did. He played with him. Treated the man like a damn jack in the box. He played with him, fight fans. And I was expecting that and get him out there whenever you feel like it, because that's David Avenese. But at the end of the day, if he would have went in there and pity-patted his way all 12 rounds, I would have been sitting here like, what's going on, bro? You don't play with your food. You get rid of it. You eat that shit and then ask for seconds. You don't play with your food. So what's up with this? That would have been Mainman. You get rid of these people that you are levels above and you assert your dominance. Maybe Mainman is not hers. She's not a knockout fighter, granted. And there's nothing wrong with that. But to get the next level of sizzle, I can talk till I'm blue in the face. You can talk to you blue in the face. You can tell me how great the jab is, how dominant. That's beautiful. And if it's another fighter in it that's on her level, that's someone, which I don't think there's nobody in women's boxing that's damn near on her level. She beat everybody. But if that's someone there on her level and she don't stop them, I'm like, okay, great, to elite fighters. But when you got margins like this, you got to do that shit, fight fans. You got to do that shit. So, Caressa did her thing, though, for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Despite the criticism that she's receiving from the boxing community. And like I say, it's just going to happen that way because she's so damn good. And she's so damn dominant where people want to see her really mop up certain levels of competition. And now the question's even getting to the point of where does she go? Because she's went everywhere. She's won everything. There's nothing really left for her to win. And there isn't a big enough hype job, unfortunately, in boxing, left in women's boxing that she can kind of capitalize off. There isn't no one. That's why the Layla fight was so important for her if it would have came. Because now all of the hype jobs, the Christina Hammers of the world, well, they've all been beat. So they don't have a hype job for her. So now she's eyeing this situation up here at super middleweight, where these are two fighters she's already beat. But however, this is the best situation for her in her immediate future. And that is the winner of Franchon Cruz-Dezurn versus Savannah Marshall. Now, once again, she's already beat both of these fighters. However, Undisputed is on the line in this fight. Franchon Cruz-Dezurn has all of the belts, fight fans. Putting him on the line against Savannah Marshall, whom Claressa Shields defeated in her last fight. And we know her and Savannah Marshall got history. They go all the way back to the amateurs. This is the best situation for her right here. And Claressa is fully on board with this fight. As a matter of fact, she got words floating around out here saying she's going to be ringside. So I'm with that. But this is a beautiful fight. And her and Franchon Cruz-Dezurn went down in like 2016. So, I mean, look, there's some good time that has passed. And look, Claressa is the top floor of women's boxing. Y'all can say Katie just got beat. Granted, she moved up in weight. Granted, I know what she did, but Katie just got beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, Claressa is the top floor of women's boxing. And if these two fighters are going to fight for Undisputed, there's nowhere left to go but to the top, and that's Claressa. So it makes sense to me. And her and Franchon Cruz-Dezurn, well, they good friends, but at the end of the day, they said they'll put it all on the line for them belts. Two undisputed champions facing off at a contracted weight. I like that. And this is how women's boxing is moving. The thing is, though, they got to get them knockouts. They put in the high caliber versus the high calibers. Look at Alicia Baumgartner doing. Look at Katie doing. They all fighting. But the knockout, it matters. It matters, and it would help women's boxing if they had a woman that was just destroying people. You know what I'm saying? They would love to get a woman that they can market in that fashion. It's just that they can't, there isn't one right now. There isn't no Christy Martin right now. I don't know. I mean, every time someone come around, every time I hear their names, and then best thing you know, they fall off. What happened to Say the Roos and all of these? They just come and they go. You know what I'm saying? They come and they go. I got no beef with the Shield's criticism. It's not really so much criticism, Raheem. It's more so just I want to, because I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan of the GOAT, and I do believe that she is the most dominant female in the sport. I'm just saying that, look, man, it just the knockouts would help her marketability wise. It will open up a few doors for her. It would get the conversation talked about a little bit more. I mean, even like the her and Hannah Gabriel's fight, I think that would have been a good fight stylistically. Like them two, you know, the way that they fight, you know, stylistically, her and Hannah Gabriel's would have been good, man. But you know, unfortunately, man, she just got to get them knockouts, bro. She get them knockouts and we good to go. She get them knockouts and we good to go, man. But salute to the GOAT, man. Dying to see her hopefully ringside for the Savannah Marshall and Franchon Cruz Dezern fight. That's gonna be going down on July the 1st, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, July the 1st. We're gonna get Franchon Cruz Dezern and Savannah Marshall. So be checking for Caressa Shields to pull up on that situation, fight fans. So good stuff. Good stuff. Let's keep it pushing, shall we? Let's keep it pushing. On to the next. How about news of this one right here, fight fans? How about news of this one right here? We've been wanting to know what was going to be the direction our boy Jerron Boots Ennis was going to go in, because you know lately he's been talking a lot about Terence Crawford, and I guess now it makes sense as to the reason why he's been talking about Terence Crawford, because he got a fight coming up, and it does make sense to talk about the highest name in boxing when you have a fight coming up. You know what I mean? You feel me? So unfortunately, you know, he was capping for clout. You know what I'm saying? You was capping for clout a few days ago, but now we see exactly the reason why my boy Jerron Boots Ennis was capping for clout, because he got a fight coming up. Beautiful. And this is the fight that all of the boxing fans figured the direction that he would go in, with this boy Roman Vila going down July the 8th, fight fans. Let's go to some reporting on this. Roman Vila, the Venezuelan contender, has accepted his most challenging assignment in 8 years as a pro. A fight against emerging star Jerron Boots Ennis on July the 8th. Showtime will televise a 12-round, 147-pound main event between Ennis and Vila from the Borgata Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City. Damn, that's one of my favorites right there, man. Right next door to the Harris, right? Borgata, Harris, and Golden Nugget, man. Though my three favorites, the three that sits off the boardwalk. Oh yeah, and Borgata is perhaps the prettiest one of them all. So good spot, man. I'm gonna see if I can even honestly make this fight right here, fight fans. Real spill. It says Philadelphia's Ennis will defend his IBF interim welterweight title versus Vila. The hard-hitting Vila is ranked second amongst the IBF contenders at 147. So we also know that Roman Vila has recently beat Speedy Rashidi Ellis. And the reason why this fight makes so much sense, fight fans, is because this is the fight that, you know, that Speedy Rashidi was barking up the tree of Jerron Ennis. Like, he wanted that fight. He didn't care that they both was from Philly. And Speedy Rashidi was hoping if he would have made it through Roman Vila, which he didn't make it through Roman Vila, he lost that fight, he would have made it to Jerron Ennis. So in comes Roman Vila. Now, everybody knows that Roman Vila going to be bringing that aggressive style, right? That aggressive come forward style. And we've seen it break down Speedy Rashidi, who's a boxer on that back foot, likes to move, like to use his legs, likes to find that boxing fashion. But Jerron Ennis is a totally different beast. We're talking a totally different beast. With all of that moving stuff, yeah, he can do that, but he can do that and then some. That's not his only game plan. If he got to push it forward, he'll push it forward. If you got to meet Roman Vila in the middle of that ring, he will do that. And this is a fighter in Roman Vila stylistically that will play into the hands of a lot of things that Jerron Boots Ennis likes to do. Jerron Boots Ennis can set traps while switch hitting, and I think Roman Vila is going to be prized up for a lot of those traps that Jerron Ennis is going to set. Jerron Ennis is rangy, something to help keep Roman Vila at the end of his punches. And I think Vila, who showed me a lot in his last fight, don't get me wrong, showed me a lot, man. Good fighter, a hard, gritty fighter. But I just think that he's going to run into too many shots when it comes to Jerron Ennis. And he'll see too many layers to the game. As for Speedy Rashidi, we saw that same guy each and every single round. As a matter of fact, fight fans, I got Jerron Ennis stopping this dude. You know what I'm saying? Making a huge statement in this fight. And Lord knows that Jerron Ennis can use that statement after that current fight and receiving such bad criticism from that fight and the way he fought that fight. I didn't give him no criticism. I thought that he fought his ass off in that fight, and I applauded the kid for overcoming adversity and figuring out a tricky style. Something that boxing fans don't do nearly enough nowadays. All we do is, oh, he got hit. Oh, he got touched. Oh, he looked so this is. But you don't, count the fact that this dude, look, he's overcoming adversity. His legs are still moving. His brain is still working. And he's not giving up. And to me, that speaks volumes about a fighter. I respect the man that gets knocked down, get back up and win that bitch. I respect that man. Y'all seem to just laugh at the man that got hit. Oh, he got hit. Oh, Terence Crawford got dropped by Calvin Marcus. Oh, man, he got dropped by Calvin Marcus. And forget the fact that he didn't win another second of another round, and that means nothing. Didn't win another second of another round, fight fans. Larry Lopez say, yo, man, Claressa sexy as hell. Big facts. Hey, somebody, I don't know which boxing reporter that was over there on Twitter. Yo, they let that picture out that Claressa, I don't know if YouTube would have let me put it up, but that one, and she got just nothing but the boxing gloves on. I was like, look at Claressa letting it all out. And I'm telling you, bro, she was looking good at that shit too, champ. Go ahead, Claressa, do your thing, girl, do your thing. Hey, T say, yo, Detroit was live, man. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Hopefully she put on, man. She put on. And that's the good thing about Claressa, man. She is bringing them out, whether it's in her hometown or whenever, you know what I'm saying, whether she goes abroad, her name is traveling. Her name is definitely ringing bells. And maybe you can say that had a lot to do with her crossover with MMA. You can say that had a lot to do with the fact that she goes to these fights whenever it's someone that she's eyeing and she really lets it be known. These type of things have helped her image-wise and have built her name up to a point where we all recognize her as the most dominant woman fighter in the game. Real spill, you know what I'm saying? I hope Detroit will allow her to put them on her back. She can do a lot for them and vice versa. Big facts. Big facts. Big facts. Big facts. Go ahead, Claressa. Open the markets up, girl. Open the markets up. Raheem says, yo, Ennis versus Vila. What everyone's take on Vila? Like I said, man, I like him, man. I mean, he's a hard, gritty fighter. Good, decent head movement. Not just a rock sock'em robot, but is an aggressive, come forward pressure fighter. But I just think he's going to run into too many layers when it comes to Jaron Ennis, man. Too rangy, too good. Got feet, got power. Got a brain, got an IQ. And most importantly, looking to prove. This is something that will definitely separate him from the dude Speedy Rashidi, and that's something that he definitely wants and needs, because Rashidi was talking big shit prior to that Roman Vila fight. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Peter Von Ock says, yo, that Vila guy is a tough dude. Facts. It should be a good fight for Jaron, and it's a good stay busy fight. Unfortunately, it's not Keith, right? Unfortunately, it's not Keith Herman. And that's the only thing I got to say negative about this. If I'm going to look at a downside to this, which I don't want to be too negative because it's still a young fight in Jaron Ennis, but if I got to say one bad thing about all of this, is where the hell was Keith? Why PBC didn't get this kid Keith? They didn't get him Ugas and they didn't get him Keith. They got him Vila, great. They got him Curran, whatever, cuz. You know what I'm saying? They got him Sergey Lipinets. They got him an interim belt. They got him all of this crap, but where the hell was Keith and where the hell is Ugas? Where's the name? What is Showtime doing for Jaron Ennis that he can turn down Crawford fights on BLK Prime? This is what I was asking the other day. We got to sit here and watch him take an IBF belt, right? Let Errol Spence maneuver all around him, correct? Don't get a key fight. Don't get a Ugas fight. I mean, he's ready. He's busting at the seams for a championship fight or at least something big, and he got to settle for this. I mean, I ain't knocking it. It's a good fight. I'm down to watch it, and I'm going to watch it. But don't you think that Jaron Ennis deserves a little better, fight fans? Is it not his time, or is it his time? I mean, how long are we going to wait? Bozy Ennis says, yo, man, I didn't sign anything with Showtime. I gave him my word, and my word is my bond. But you give him your word, and you getting Vilas. You can't even go and face Terence Crawford. You got to face Vila. Cool. And how much was BLK Prime offering him? I'm sure they were offering him a boatload of money. Man, I mean, that Crawford fight would look way better than this. And just think that, see, Jaron Ennis and his father didn't think about it. Like, look, if they would have been successful against Terence Crawford on BLK Prime, bro, they would have had all the fucking marbles. They didn't go for the gamble. They would have had all of the marbles. right there in the IBF for Errol. They would have been forced to get the Errol fight next. They didn't follow the blueprint. They didn't go down Yellow Brick Road. Instead, they gave their word to Showtime, and Showtime steered them towards Vila. Tell me I'm lying, fight fans. But people want to run around and say that this is Terence Crawford. Oh, you don't want to fight this guy and that guy. The door was wide open. And now you got to face this dude. I'm just saying, fight fans. So, look, man. And y'all know I bang hard for Jaron Ennis. I rock with Ennis. I've been rocking with him for a minute. And I'm still rocking with him. But don't nobody come around here talking about why didn't Terence Crawford fight Ennis? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hit. And if Jaron Ennis doesn't get a big fight within his next 2 or 3 fights, well, he made his own bed and he gonna have to lay up in that. He turned down the fight. His people admittingly turned down the fight fans. Admittingly. And we just went through this. What was that, last week? Well, we just went through that. What was it? I know I still got that up here. We just went through this last week. Hold on. Because I don't think I took it down. That's not it. Hold on. Oh, don't tell me we got stuck here. Oh, we got stuck. Hold on. There we go. We got stuck there for a second. Hold on, bro. We got them words, though. We got them words. Oh, we got them words. We got them words. It is right here. You turned down Terence Bud Crawford. On your word, at that last sentence, my word is my bond. And these people treat me and Boots real good. So Boots, your pops is getting treated very well. It's your career, man. You didn't get the Crawford fight, and you could have. Instead, you're going to be forced to face this guy, Vila. But once again, should be an interesting fight. I'm definitely favoring Jaron Boots Ennis for the stoppage, fight fans. I think that Jaron Ennis should definitely get the stoppage in this fight. I think that this Vila is going to be tailor-made for a lot of things that Ennis wants to do. And I think that Ennis is going to be going into this fight looking to prove a point. Either way it goes. You know what I'm saying? But either way, interesting fight. It should be action-packed. And I'm definitely expecting a knockout within this fight. So at the very least, you know what I'm saying? They can say, well, maybe we didn't get him the biggest name, but we at least got him an action-packed name. Like, it's not going to be like that current fight. And that could be good for Boots also, because a good performance, like we were just talking about earlier, a good knockout over a decent opponent, well, that can do good for you too. That can create that sizzle that you just may so need. And who knows, maybe that'll be better for Boots in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Let me see what the fam talking about. Hey, what up, man? I want to give a major salute to the homie, Big Dose 513 up in our house. What's up, Big Dose? I hope all is well, chilling. Cool. I hope all is well, man. Salute to my guy, man. I think that it's distinguishing to say that Boots should have said F Showtime, who has got him to this point, and after 629, Crow. Okay, well, hey, Big Dose, here's my deal. I'm not saying say F Showtime for good. You can, why, if he's not locked into nothing, going somewhere for one fight ain't gonna hurt nothing, especially for a huge fight like Terence Crawford. It's not like you bucking Showtime like you locked into a contract and you saying, well, there's gonna you going back on your word. No, what you're doing is you're not locked into nothing. It's your career, and you have an opportunity to fight the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in boxing. You got to take that. Disingenuous is what you were saying. Okay, so I think it's disingenuous to say that Boots should have said F Showtime. Nah, bro. Look, like I said before, man, they didn't have the same type of attitude when you talk about fighters like Brian Castano. Brian Castano was able to go over to a foreign network, grab a world title, and come back and pivot into a major fight with Charlo, and no one said nothing. And it worked good for Brian Castano. Correct me if I'm wrong. So why can't Boots do the same thing if he's locked into nothing? Why can't he do that? You don't let no network just put you on the shelf because of what they want you to do for you. Okay, cool. Oh, well, he could have, if he would have went, right, let's say if he would have beat Terence Crawford, and then he's standing there as a free agent, what does that do for Boots? What does that do for Boots? You just beat the #1 pound-for-pound fighter. You the WBO welterweight champion. You have the last remaining piece now to Undisputed at welterweight. What does that do for Boots if you take the chance and the risk? That's how you got to think about it. That's how the fighter got to think about it. Especially when you ain't locked into no contract, family. Come on, bro. I can't do it. I can't see that, man. I can't see. I just put it on the screen. I ain't gonna do it again. But y'all saw it, bro. If he was in a contract, I would understand Big Dose. But and then on top of all of that, you got to show me are they doing that's better? Are they giving him something better? Is he in the mix right now? Is he fighting Ugas? Because last time we heard Ugas is fighting Mario Barrios. Is he fighting a Danny? Is he fighting anyone? Is he getting Keith? Did they land Keith for him? Nothing. He got Vila. So I guess Boots is cool with the interims and the scraps. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, Big Dose. I just want to see better for Boots, man. And I just think that Boots, when you got a crossroad like that in front of you, man, you got to take control of your career. I always go back to this, bruh. Say what you want about Daniel Jacobs. If Daniel Jacobs would have kept marching down the PBC route, would he have gotten the Canelo and Gennady Golovkin fight? If he would have kept going down the route where everyone say, stay loyal and do what you do, don't do what's best for you and your career, stay loyal, would he have gotten a Gennady Golovkin and Canelo fight and maybe even one of the best candidates for a Charlo fight? Would he? And if he finishes it with a Charlo fight, they're going to say, well, you know what? Yo, Daniel Jacobs did everything the right way. You know what I'm saying? They have an agreement. They have an agreement that Boot is exclusive. They have a verbal agreement. At least according to Bozy, they have a verbal agreement. Once again, how many times is Boots Ennis going to have the opportunity to go after the number one pound for pound fighter for a championship belt and could have disrupted everything in boxing? You don't get those chances every day, champ. You did. Those chances don't come around every so often. That was a golden opportunity. Win, lose, or draw. I want to see Crawford versus Spence all day. You know this, Big Dose. But if I'm Boots Ennis, if I'm Bozy Ennis, I ain't tripping off that fight. I'm trying to break up all that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get in the mix. I don't care where is it. And you telling me that there's a easy route to that? Ain't nobody. Al Heyman didn't shut the door on Brian Castano. He welcomed him back with open arms after he beat Patrick Teixeira on ESPN. He welcomed him back with open arms. Like, come on back, please. You know what I'm saying? The difference is that Brian had the heart. Y'all don't want to speak about that. Brian had the heart to say, I'm doing what's right for me. You dig? That's the major difference. Y'all can't think of a negative nothing if Boots beats Terence Crawford. If Boots beats, you can't think of one negativity about that. Boots is an instant star. And how many chances do you want to get to be a star in one fucking fight? His whole pound for pound ranking changes. His whole Wikipedia changes. Everything about him changes if he beats Terence Crawford. And you telling me that he's supposed to just turn the other way? Make it make sense to me, family. Make it make sense to me, family. We got to keep pushing, though, fight fans. We can't get stuck on that one, man. Oh, come on, man. A free agent without a network that's bad business, bro. No, but not a champion who just you thinking if he loses. You thinking from a perspective of him losing to Terence. What if he wins, bro? It's a home run hit. It's a home run. It's a gamble. And you take these chances, bro. When you are young, if you are as hungry as Boots says he is, he wanted to fight Crawford since 2018, according to Jerron Ennis. He's been wanting that fight since 20. Well, if you are that hungry, bro, you take that shit, and they will love you on the other side. Trust me, they would love you. Boots wouldn't have been going nowhere. Steven Espinoza would have been the first one calling. Well, Boots, you went over there, you beat Crawford, you got the belt. Well, you know, come on back home. I don't understand it. Hey, man, that's why you got. I guess you gotta give Devin Haney a lot of credit for what he did, man. He went over there and took the chances. And we're going to keep it pushing straight into that, man. We're going to move on from Boots and Vila. Let's look forward to this fight on July 8th, fight fans. Going down on July 8th. Let's keep it pushing, though. I want to make another stop if I can, and I want to stop right here. Let's stop right here for a second, right? So we got some good news on this right here. This is a follow-up to our initial story that when we initially talked about this a few weeks back, and I am definitely keeping my third eye on this situation, and that is what's going down between Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez, fight fans. And so we heard news from Samson Lekowicz, the promoter of David Benavidez, and we heard him come out and say that a few weeks ago that they sent the offer to Canelo Alvarez and his team, or they were going to send the offer to Canelo Alvarez and his team, and they were getting it all prepared up. So, and they were dying to see how the answer was going to be. Now, it sounds like Samson Lekowicz is saying that they sent the offer, and this is the letter that he's put out to the public, which is never a good sign, because if you see something like this coming out to the public, that means they ain't getting no progress done behind the scenes. But either way it goes, he's putting this letter out here, addressing it to Eddie Reynoso, the manager / trainer, I guess, of Canelo Alvarez. And he's basically saying now, like, it doesn't look like that they either receiving his offer, so he got to come public with it. And he's letting it be known he got 40+ million guaranteed for Canelo. When it's all said and done and the bells and whistles get all added up, they're talking about a $50 million package for Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez. Tell me, how can Canelo turn this down? According to Samson Lekowicz, since you have chosen to conduct our negotiations for David Benavidez to face Canelo Alvarez in public, I'm forced to correct a few mistakes that you made in claiming that you haven't received any offers. Oh, so Eddie Reynoso must have came out to the public denying the offers, huh? Oh, lying ass Eddie Reynoso, fight fans. On Monday, May 29th at 4:45, I emailed you what I'm sure will be one of the most lucrative offers of Canelo Alvarez's career to face Benavidez. Please note that you do indeed have an offer to face Benavidez, a sizable one. And I must tell you that I am offended by your claim that I am fantasizing about making this fight happen. If you're also unable to open this letter and no one tells you about it, with anyone who knows him, please let Eddie know that I will send the same offer anytime for him to communicate to Canelo Alvarez. And all he needs to do is provide a working email address, apparently. So here we go with the shenanigans, fight fans. Here we go with the crap, man. So now, they don't have a proper working email address, right? Here we go. This is how it always go. You can't get the shit done. There is no reason why Canelo Alvarez turns this down. Let it be known, fight fans. There is no reason whatsoever that Canelo Alvarez turns this fight down. The ball is now in Canelo Alvarez's court. Big facts. If you got $50 million on the table to face David Benavidez, you have no reason. That means that the fight makes sense. It makes sense financially. It makes sense as a big name fight because David is seen as the number one guy at the class, at least rated right up on Canelo Alvarez, who's undisputed. So it makes sense from a competitive level. It makes sense from a big fight level. It makes sense from a financial standpoint. I haven't heard Samson Lekowicz talk about any bells and whistles like, yo, you got to be signed on with PBC for 7 fights or something crazy like that. I haven't heard anything like that. We always know that the devil is always in the details. But at the end of the day, I mean, if this offer is what it is on its face, 40+ million guaranteed, $50 million package for one fight for Canelo to face David Benavidez, then what are we talking about? This is a good offer. He said he took 50 to face Caleb Plant. He took 50 to take Caleb Plant. Now, I don't give a damn about what network and all of this because none of that should matter here, right, fight fans? And I would think, I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that Canelo has finished his obligations to Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. I mean, there was some rumors and talks about him signing 3 and multiple fight deals. And hey, look, man, I'm thinking at this point, he should be allowed to go and do anything that he wants to do. He's beat up Eddie's whole crew. He's beat up Ryder. He's beat up Fielding. He's beat up fucking Billy Joe Saunders. He's beat up Eddie's whole little clique. There's no one left for him to fight fans. There's no one left for him to fight. So, in my opinion, Canelo Alvarez just cannot ignore this offer because it is not a good look and it makes no sense. You have to give one good reason. You're going to have to give one real good reason as to why this fight don't make no sense. So if he doesn't take this offer, it's a duck on Canelo's part, in my opinion. There isn't a better name. No one's talking about Dimitri Bivol. All right, miss me with Bivol talk, fight fans. Well, Mainman, he can go on face. No. No one wants to see Bivol. His fans made it clear that they don't want to see it. No one's buying the excuse. Oh, well, he just wants to go and be great. No one's buying that no more. It's a protective fight because you are afraid to lose your spot. I've said this a million times, fight fans. Canelo got to understand he got to go down the route just like every veteran and aging champion. Whether or not the young guy knocks you off, we don't know. But we got to see, because all great veterans, all great fighters or champions, they come to this point in their career when they start to age. The new. They got to face the new. You have to. It's the route of every veteran, bruh. Floyd did it with you. Floyd didn't run away from you. All you aging veterans got to do it. And Benavidez is the new, young, hungry blood that you got to prove against. Whether your role comes to an end and you pass the torch, or you surpass it and go to another level of greatness and another legacy point in this fight. And your story continues. And your greatness continues. Which one is it? But you have to take this fight. I was listening to, who was that? Was that Antonio Tava? I think it was Antonio Tava. And he was saying, yo, Canelo, you got to stop being greedy, bro. And you have to take this fight. You have to do that moment. And I agree. You can't avoid it. That's unnatural. That's not how boxing works. You breaking the order of things, bro. You being spoiled. Your spot is under threat. You have to face that threat. That's just the way it goes. And I don't want to hear nobody with no excuses. Oh, well, man, no, he doesn't have to fight Benavidez because he's putting so much work and he should be able to do what he wants to do. I don't want to hear none of that shit. It's the same standard for every champion, especially an aging one. You have to, is the time to pass the torch or not? But you have to give the kid his opportunity. You cannot sit down on this division and not give this kid his opportunity because you're afraid to lose your spot. Especially for no damn $50 million. $50 million, fight fans. You fought Amir Khan for less. You fought Amir Khan for less. So stop it. Stop it. Peter Von Ock says, yo, man, I'm thinking that Canelo will fight Benavidez and it will be to his benefit. That could, and that's the crazy thing about it, Peter. Like, it can work that way too for Canelo. Like, we talk about the threat of David Benavidez and all that, but don't get it twisted. Like, if Canelo wins this fight, it's great for Canelo. It's great for Canelo. The clenbuterol argument, the setbacks that he's given fight fans over the years with the Fieldings and stuff like that. There's stuff that we didn't ask for. Well, guess what? It erases a lot of that for Canelo in his legacy. You're 100% right, Peter. I agree with this 150%. This can work in Canelo's favor if he's victorious. That's just all it. They see all of this caution, man. It's like losing be on the brain with a lot of these dudes. Oh, I'm just so afraid to lose this, and I'm so afraid to lose that. Like we were just saying with Bruce Ennis. It's the same thing. Like this afraid mentality. You have to take the opportunities when they come. And this can work out good for Canelo Alvarez. And on top of that, Canelo is style-wise, he's in this fight big time against David Benavidez. He's in this fight big time. A counterpuncher that loves to work the body against a tall, rangy fighter like David Benavidez, man, that's interesting. This is not a shoe-in victory for David Benavidez by far. So this is another thing. Canelo should look at this stylistically and say, well, what I like to do, I can definitely do against David Benavidez, or at least attempt it and have some success. How far would it take me? I don't know. Can I get this young boy out? He got a chin. He has a granite heart. He has the ability to take a punch. He can give a licking and keep on ticking. Can I take him out? But something's going to land. because Canelo is a crackerjack ass counterpuncher. And David likes to throw combinations. I don't know, man. This is going to be a cracking ass fight, bro. Every way you look at it, bro. Every way you look at it. Salute to the homie. You and Lewis going back and forth. Okay. I hope he does fight Benavidez and he ends this Canelo hype train once and for all. And I'm tired of this dude's shenanigans for real, for real. Man, I just want to see this fight, bro. It's been brewing too long. It's one of those fights that Canelo just needs to check off, man, because once again, fight fans, as his fans don't like to never want to talk about, this is the fight that the fans want to see. Say what you want about David. Go down his drug use. Go down the fact that he lost his belts on the scales and all of this. None of that matters when this is the fight that we want. Haven't they so much learned that by now? You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, we'll figure out a way to duck. I just don't see it. He dodged $50 million for Charlo and smirk $20 million for the Bivol rematch, acting as if he's still the A-side after a whitewash. Yeah, he can't make no terms against Dimitri Bivol. No terms whatsoever. No terms whatsoever. Canelo is going to make some wild demands and then say that they couldn't come to an agreement, convert duck moves. Man, I hope we don't see no tricks like that, man. Canelo waits, strange fights, catch weights and all, the bells and whistles. But if that's, but I will say this, and I got to be fair across the board, because I said the same thing in the Tank and Ryan situation. If that happens, if Canelo puts David Benavidez through the ringer, catch weights, rehydration clauses, whatever the case may be. I'm going to take a quick of water, fight fans. Whatever the case may be, David got to accept it. David has to accept it, and he got to push through. David has to accept it, fight fans. Why? Because Canelo is the A-side. And it's the same thing that I gave into the Tank situation. That's just the way it goes. You know what I'm saying? The A-side is going to always look to put you at some sort of disadvantage. You cannot back out of a fight because you're mad about the ring size, or you mad about the glove size, or you mad about the weight, or you're mad about this or that. You know what I mean? No. The only thing I think that you can really be mad about, aside from your pay, would be if a title, if this guy's a champion and he's not putting his belt on the line. That's disrespectful. Outside of that, man, unfortunately, you have to accept most of those terms if you want to walk through this door. That's just the way the fight game works, fight fans. I didn't invent the rules. It's just the way it goes. You know what I mean? There's not going to be an A-side that wants the A-side-dom that won't do something like that. And I mean that real spill. Real spill. Peter says, yo, man, Canelo is the luckiest son of a gun that I know. Yeah. Well, he's stirring it right now. And where's the WBC? Has they ordered the mandatory yet? Like, did they say that David Benavidez and Canelo has to be is that fight mandated? I mean, they should be talking about a mandatory real soon, right? So if David can't get it through, trying to work out a deal with Canelo, at the very least, he should be getting it through the sanctioning body. You feel me? Real spill, man. Real spill. Salute to my homie Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more up in this joint. Man, salute to the homie Bruce. What's up, Bruce? And I hope all is well with you, family. I hope all is well, champ. Much love. Much love to Bruce Gas. You know what I'm saying? Mr. All Hell Breaks Loose says Benavidez versus Canelo, a top 3 fight in boxing. I think so. I mean, and I'm talking all around the board. Competitively, action-packed. Yes, it's a big financial fight. It makes sense. There's nothing about the fight that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So let's hope, fight fans. Let us hope that they accept this particular offer. Like I said before, we're talking about a $50 million offer once it's all said and done. That's on the table for Canelo Alvarez to face David Benavidez, per the promoter Samson Lekowicz, coming out to the public. And once again, not a good sign, fight fans, because whenever you see something like this coming out to the public, that means behind the scenes something ain't getting done. And for him to put that very last sentence right there in the letter in there, all he needs to do is provide a working email address. Apparently, well, that ain't good. That ain't good. That means somebody ducking and dodging. Somebody is ducking and dodging. Eddie Reynoso. Will the real Eddie Reynoso and Canelo please stand up? So let's hope they answer this call, because everything about this deal makes sense, fight fans. Let's keep on pushing. Let's keep on pushing. What else is going on around the good sport of boxing? Let's stop right here, fight fans. We are knocking on the door. This year in boxing is popping, man. It is popping, fight fans. And we are knocking on the door to another monumental class going down at 140 pounds. Can't wait to see this fight going down June 10th. Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor for the junior welterweight championship, fight fans. It's going down, man. So I just recently caught the this interview that I see that Top Rank and ESPN is pushing around. It just came out, I think, a few hours ago. And and I just took a listen to it. And once again, you know, Teofimo Lopez, man, the dude is a Kelly Bundy, fight fans. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The dude is just a square out a Kelly Bundy here, bro. Like, his answers don't be making no sense. He be saying jokes that ain't. I just be like, bro, is Teo all right, man? Is he all right? And you know, and I got to tell you, fight fans, listening to him in some of these interviews and him describing all of the stuff that he's dealing with outside of the ring, because he's well on record and letting his own, you know, dirty laundry out here. And he's telling the world that, you know, his wife is trying to leave him and she's taking half of his money, and, you know, he can't see his kid and so on and so forth. And he's coming out and volunteering all of this type of information. But I'm going to tell you something. When I hear this, it scares me for Teo, because Teo needs to understand, bro. When people hear you talk like this, we get flashbacks of George Kambosos. And I personally believe that the number one reason that you lost to George Kambosos was because of everything that you were volunteering and putting out here to the public. Everything that you was dealing with behind the scenes, bro. You didn't know if you were coming or going, right? You had Bob Arum in your ear because you and Bob, he was pissed off. You was threatening to sue Bob Arum because of the email controversy. Remember him trying to sabotage your purse bid? So you had that playing out in the background. You had a lot of family stuff playing out with your girl and your father. All of these things were playing out. Then you were having issues where the fight was on it and off and on and off. And then you were getting ridiculed in the public about not being an undisputed champion. And you running around talking about you an undisputed champion. It was a rough time during that Kambosos build up for Teo. And I say, damn, Teo's head is all over the map, man. Like, he was being pulled in so many directions. Devin Haney caught word of this, and he got together with Kambosos to say, yo, he having problems with his wife, dog. Hey, yo, hit him in the body, man. He having problems with his weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was well known. And what we got in the Kambosos fight was not the Teo that we've known. And so when I see you coming out to the public and you having all of these little, you know, these little behind the scenes things that you just airing out your own damn dirty laundry, it makes me go that this dude got a lot on his plate going into this fight. Is his head there? Josh is saying that you weak in the brain. A lot of us are looking at you and we listening to you and we like, bro, things ain't adding up. Like, Teo is like a couple sandwiches short of the picnic, dog. Like, what's up with Teo? He's a bimbo. He's a bimbo. And then I look at this interview and I say, well, he got the brother sitting there with him, the strength and conditioning coach, the black guy. That's clearly to make up for the comments that he had, the dim-witted, stupid comments that he said leading up into this fight about what ESPN and Top Rank are doing with black fighters. So I guess his way of having some sort of public relations smooth over is to have the brother sit right there next to him in the interview. Brother, ain't nobody buying that shit. That was the dumbest comment you could have ever said, bro. That was stupid, bro. And that showed that you was always in your feelings. And I got to wonder where your head is at going into this fight. And anybody who looking to bet on Teo, y'all know what I'm saying ain't nothing but the truth. You right, Mainman. Because we know he was leaps and bounds better than some damn George Kambosos. He was leaps and bounds better. But he had too much going on going into that fight. So he ain't his best. Just not his best when he got these issues playing out. I also noticed during that particular interview that he's still running down the line of saying that he was undisputed. Let it go, bruh. Let it go, bro. You look delusional. You were not undisputed. Not by nobody's definition, not by the WBC's definition, no one's definition. Well, the WBC said, man, they told you anything that you wanted to hear, and they suckered your ass with that. We all knew that you had the WBC franchise belt. You wasn't undisputed. Well, man, it was the belt that, no, the real belt is still there. All right, we're not changing rules on the fly for Teo. You were not undisputed. Get that through your head. And it looks even worse to say that to Josh, a man who fought blood, sweat, and tears to become undisputed the right way and went through hell to get it. Went through hell to get it, fight fans. And you looking at that man and saying you undisputed, that's disrespectful to that man. That's why Josh looks at him like a piece of whatever, because it's like, bro, you sitting here in my face after what I went through. Fucking Regis Prograis, Ramirez, what I went through. You sitting here having this stuff. You sitting here telling me you understand. I went through that tournament, and you went through what? Cambosos and lost, and you got the nerve to say you undisputed. You are delusional, and your delusion better not follow you into this fight. Because I'm going to tell y'all, fight fans, I wasn't on board with this. I don't think Teo should have took this fight. Maybe he can shock and surprise me. I told y'all right after the Sandor Martin fight, and I have not changed my tune. Teo should not have taken this fight. Josh Taylor is the real damn deal. Mentally strong, which say what you want. Mentally strong, tough fighter, gritty fighter, layers to his game. Can fight you in any way you want to fight. Scottie Pippen of boxing, fight fans. You want to go aggressive? You want to box? He done all that shit. And you telling me you jumping? I mean, don't get me wrong, fight. I mean, I'm happy that Teo's going after the best. We want to see the best, fight the best. So I'm not gonna complain with so much. But I don't know if Teo is ready. I don't see that 135 power translating at 140. But maybe Sandor wasn't the opponent, right? I didn't see it. I didn't see that game-changing power that he had at 35. I just wonder, is it going to translate to 40 in the same fashion? And that's something we don't know. See, Teo was big for 35 fans. He's big for 35. But the thing is, Josh is big for 40. And this is the thing. The one biggest thing that Teo got going in his favor in this fight is the fact that Josh's boogeyman showed up in his last fight. What are you talking about, man? The fact of Josh Taylor says that after he became undisputed and all of his big wins, he went out, he over-celebrated, he put on too much weight, he underestimated Jack Catterall, he came back and then didn't train that hard in training camp, and he struggled with Jack Catterall. But we cannot also overlook the fact that Josh should have moved up in weight by now. And we can't overlook the fact that Josh looked like he was putting in that last fight against Catterall. I mean, putting, and got dropped. Fight fans. Teo got dropped in this last fight. They both coming off getting dropped. The question is Teo catching Josh at the right time? Catching him when he's shrinking. But Josh looks so focused. He looks already in shape. I got to admit, Josh looking like he's ready to go. I think Josh is lasered in. I get a lasered in feeling from Josh Taylor. But the question still remains, fight fans. Is Teo catching Josh at just the right time when Josh needs to move up to 147? Will the weight cut affect Josh Taylor going down the stretch? And is that what Teofimo Lopez is betting on? I don't know, fight fans. I don't know. Raheem says, doesn't the franchise allow Canelo to allow him to duck his Mandos into 2024? Yeah, but he don't got no franchise at 68. He got a franchise at 60. So whatever he got going on, that's how he's been able to not have to worry about fighting Charlo or whoever else at 60. But we haven't heard anything about him being franchised at 68. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. I'm going to come on up some. Lewis says, Teo's head is easy to rattle. Teo makes me think that Taylor will get him frustrated and he will quit in the ring and then blame the judges. That, you know what, man, if you do wonder if Josh will want to play with him in that fashion. I just don't know if Josh wanted to overly do too much himself stamina wise. And that's the thing, man. Josh can play with him and leading up into this fight, and then get in there and try to pity pat with him early on just to kind of piss him off and be a mobile fighter like Sando Martin was. But how much would that take out of Josh is the question. And if Teo hits the body early, what do we got in this fight for real? I'm favoring Josh because I know Josh's pedigree. We all know Josh's pedigree. But Josh supposed to move up in weight, fight fans. Is he focused? Is he lasered in? Is that nothing to worry about, fight fans? Is that main man you're looking too deep into it? Maybe that's what it is. I'll wait for y'all comments. Seriously, I think that this is a pivotal fight for Teo, for real. Big facts. Big facts. I mean, this can really, if Teo loses this fight, this looks bad on Teo. I mean, Devin Haney's looking to move up. Devin may want the winner of this fight. I wouldn't be surprised, and we're going to talk about Devin in a minute. But he may want the winner of this fight. That'd be a good look. But, hey, bro, if he loses this fight, Teo loses the conversation. He loses the conversation. The takeover, all of that shit, man, that shit going to look like Delusionville. That's all it's going to look like. You just talking to hear yourself talk. You Kelly Bundy now, bro. And I'm telling you, he loses this fight, it's going to wreck his brains too, man. It's not going to be good for Teo. That whole thing with that open mic moment that he had in his last fight about, do I still got it? Hey, fight fans, that's real spill. That's just, we just got led into a moment right there that he didn't know that was going to get out to the public. He can laugh about it today, but bro, you said that. You said that. You question yourself. Teo loses this fight, bro, he going to be in the dumps. Talking about his wife leaving him and divorcing him and taking all of his money and all. He gonna be in the dumps. He has to win this fight, everybody. Whew, this is a tough one, bro. Respect to him, though. Respect to him. Lewis says, Regis would have beat Devin's ass, man. I don't know. Devin knocking on that door, bro. Devin is knocking on that door. Standing on his Ortiz winner. Not for neither one of these dudes. Maybe for Boots. Boots needs to be trying to make a play for that fight. Agree, the Super 6 at 135 will be so good, exciting. Let me tell it. And then you could justify a Frank Martin addition to the top names. Man, a Super 6 at 135 would be smoking. A Super 6 at 135, man, that would be smoking, man. Throw the politics away, put all of the belts in it, man, that'd be smoking. You know what I'm saying? That'd be smoking. But once again, everybody, I do respect the fact of Teo taking his chance for this fight. You know what I mean? But both fighters didn't look good in their last fights. I just wonder if Teo's delusion is going to be a problem in this fight. And I just wonder, you know what I mean? Like, is his head in the game? Salute to my homie D-Lo for boxing that's up in this jump, man. What's up, D-Lo? And I hope all is well, champ. Hope all is well. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. It says, seems like that Taylor is waiting for Spence to leave 147. No, it seems like Josh is waiting for Crawford to leave 147. That's what it sounds like. You know, if Josh would have moved up, he would have wanted to go after the WBO. And we all know who the WBO champion is, right? I mean, WBO, top rank, ESPN, right? I don't know. Sounds like to me he ain't never move up because of Terence Crawford. I told y'all, bro, Crawford got his whole, he just dominating the whole shit, man. They don't even want to move up. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to move up, man. Not at all. Salute to my homie Nelson Santos that's up in here, man. He said, hit that thumbs up for the homie, y'all. Hit that thumbs up, everybody, if y'all enjoying this real spill tonight, man. Good old boxing recap, man. Weekly recap tonight, fight fans. So hit that thumbs up for the homie, man. Hit that thumbs up for the homie. At Mainman Mademan, you got to admit, this year might be the best year in boxing that we've had in a minute, man. Big facts. Yeah, bro. Hey, only thing I'm waiting on, the only thing that I'm waiting on is what's going on at heavyweight. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm ready to get some reports out about the heavyweight division, but we can't talk about them because it's still too muddy. It's Anthony Joshua and now Fury on again, off again. First it was Usyk and Fury on again, off again. I don't know what's going on with Deontay Wilder. I'm hoping it doesn't wait till the very end of the year to fight. Whatever happened between him and Andy Ruiz, that's just like gone. So I'm hoping that the heavyweights can get it together. I know they're talking about this big showdown at the end of the year, man, but yo, we ain't seeing our heavyweights like that. You know what I'm saying? So what's up with that? The only one we just seen is Joe Joyce get busted up by Zhang and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But we need to see what's going on with our heavyweights, you know? D-Lo says your Teo Ben's living in a fantasy universe where reality is an afterthought. Damn. Come on, Teo, bro. Get your brain cells back, man. Damn, what did my man Teo? He just need to stay off social media, bro. And just go. He just need to focus in, close the gym door, put a lock on it. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody in. Don't worry about what's going on in the internet. Don't worry about what's going on out here, and just stay in the gym, bro. Because when he responds to things, D-Lo, when he responds to stuff is when he's at his worst. When he's responding to criticism, when he's responding to what people are saying, that's when he just be saying the most zonkiest stuff, bro. I don't be knowing what the hell he be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Real spill, man. Then he talking about he trying to catch a body. Teo kind of all over the place, man. Man, you see, he tried to do a Scottish impersonation and he sounded Italian. He was like, bro, I'm not Italian, bro. You talking like an Italian gangster or something. Why you imitating me, bro? Man, Teo is loopy as hell, bro. That is loop-de-loop. You know what I'm saying? Loop-de-loop Teo, bro. Loop-de-loop Teo. You better get your head together, bro, going into this fight. And that's all I know. So we'll see, fight fans. I want to keep it on pushing, man. But just be on the lookout for this big one, man. Going down June 10th, man. And, another big thing about this. Josh Taylor has trained as changed trainers. He's no longer with Ben Davison no more. And now when they asked Josh Taylor, why did he change trainers? And he kept it 100. Says, my trainer, I'm getting a trainer that's basically better suited for me. And we know that Ben Davison, he's a twinkle toes style trainer. He doesn't teach his fighters to basically stand on a lot of punches or have an aggressive edge. And we know Josh Taylor's always been nasty, man. He's always been nasty. He's always been a rattlesnake. And to turn him into a kitten, maybe that's something that him and Ben Davison he didn't like. That's not Josh Taylor. He's always been a destroyer. He's always been aggressive. He's always been willing to put himself in harm's way. He's willing to take one, to give one. That's Josh. And maybe he's not just super happy with fighting on the back foot and being that twinkle toes. You feel me? So we know he's ditched Ben Davison for this right here. And we'll see how it works out for him, man. We'll see how it works out. But right now, fight fans, I will admit, I'm leaning Josh Taylor. I'm leaning Josh Taylor for this particular fight. So let's push on, fight fans. Let's push on. Let's see what else we got here on the itinerary, man. Where my music at, fight fans? Where my music at, man? Did I turn it down too low? Let me turn this up a little bit more. All right, there we go. There we go. Let's see what else we got here. What else we talking about, man? What else we talking about? Let's talk about young Devin. Let's talk about young Devin. Question here, fight fans. Listen, I believe that Devin wants to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. I listened to Calvin Ford, Gervonta Davis's trainer. And Calvin Ford says that he wants their next fight to be Devin Haney, right? I believe him. I think that they want the Devin Haney fight. They would love to get the Haney fight. If Tank is let off the leash for that fight, I think Tank wants that fight. Remember, Tank jumped out there a while back and said that he wanted to face Devin Haney, and if Devin won his fight and he won his fight, then he'll take the fight. Unfortunately, the powers that be never made that fight, and most importantly, Devin Haney never done anything to go after and get this fight, in my opinion. So now we know that Devin Haney just recently beat Vasyl Lomachenko. Job well done. I'm not one to scream no robbery. Devin did that. Devin beat that boy. Simple as that. We're moving right along. But my thing is now that Devin Haney is a free agent. Devin has came out to the world and told everyone, him and Bill Haney, says that no, we did not give Bob Arum a call and we are not re-signed to ESPN and Top Rank. So we go, well, there's no Shakur fight on the table, right? There's no Shakur fight on the table. And so we say, well, you know, what's going on with Tank? And I seen him do another tweet and he says that he will wait to hear from Al Heyman, basically saying that he'll wait for Al to call him. And he knows, forget what Calvin Ford is talking about. Calvin don't make no calls, which we all agree. Calvin does not make no calls on who Tank fights. And so Devin is saying, forget what Calvin Ford's talking about. Al ain't call me. I'll wait to hear Al's call. But when it comes to Eddie, you calling Eddie. You calling Eddie. He says that I'm thinking about it, and I'm assuming that Eddie told you that little call that I just gave him. And this is over Rougarou, right? Regis Prograis. Yo, real Devin Haney, come pull up to the fight in New Orleans in 3 weeks, and I got some ringside tickets for you, and we're going to show you that Southern hospitality. Devin even doubled down. And for the record, I called Eddie about making a Regis fight. He didn't call me, but you didn't call Al. You didn't call Al. You called Eddie. You got Eddie on speed dial, ready to go. You didn't sign with Bob, so Shakur fight ain't on the table right now. But you called Eddie. So I just want to mark this moment in time, because we always go down these roads with Devin Haney. Whenever we eventually get his next fight and so on and so forth, the crowd will come out by the multitudes. Oh, well, Tank Davis ducked him, man. Tank Davis ain't want to fight Devin. When Devin is letting you know exactly how he moved, who's going to question this? Well, man, you know damn well that if Al Heyman called him, that he would take the Tank fight. Granted, but what is Devin doing? Now, don't get me wrong. The Regis fight is a great fight. I love the fight. I actually favor Regis, and Devin better be careful what he asks for in this fight, because Regis is a power puncher. Regis' whole style is based in power. Regis' whole style is based on putting his heels on the ground and swinging from the knees, fight fans. That's his whole style. He want to hit you to the inside. He want to hit your core with those power shots. That's Regis Prograis. And if Devin was thinking about pity patting or anything like that up at 140 versus Regis Prograis, bro, you better think twice. Regis coming with that heat. Regis coming with that heat. You called Eddie, but you don't call Al. You don't even mention Gary Antoine Russell. You can mention 126 Russell, but you don't mention Gary Antoine Russell. You don't call Al for Gary or Tank, but you called Eddie for Regis. I just want to mark this moment in time. I don't understand this, fight fans. He's so down with Floyd. He got a relationship with Showtime and Steven Espinoza. He knows Al, but they run to Eddie with dumb quickness. This is a great fight, though. And if he can't land the Tank fight, something like this, or maybe even the winner of Josh Taylor versus Teofimo, something like that will be great for Devin Haney. Matter of fact, I think it's better outfitted for him to look into that fight, the Josh and Teo winner, as opposed to looking at this fight. This is a tough fight. And I do not favor Devin Haney in this fight. I'm going to keep it. If I was favoring, I'll let y'all know that Devin, in my opinion, from the way I've been seeing Devin fighting versus Regis, I'm favoring Regis. I'm favoring Regis. Lewis Coleman says, yo, Regis is a bit too much for Haney, in my opinion. Haney may go to sleep. I'm telling you, especially if he make it to the inside. Bro, if Regis, man, backs Haney up on them ropes, if Haney's legs start to fail him halfway through that fight, bro, Regis corners him. Regis gets to that mid-range. Regis is going to be swinging from the knees, shawty. I'm telling you, Regis hit hard at 140. And he's a full-fledged 140-pounder, and he ain't small. So it's a good fight. It's a dangerous fight. It's not a bad fight, but it ain't Tank. I don't want to hear anything about, well, you know, hey, well, Tank ducked him. Tank can't duck him if he ain't calling out. But still, in all, a great fight. And I'll take it. I'll take it. But I just want this to be a moment in time. The black fighter's favoritism was a low blow by Teo. Yeah, that was his delusion showing, champs. That was his delusion showing, his frustration. And that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. Raheem says, I think that he can pull it off against Rougarou. I respect it. I respect the fight. Don't get me wrong. But like I said before, because I know and I want to mark this moment in time, because I know the fam. I know how, if whatever happens next with Gervonta Davis, if he comes out, and I'm not a big fan of no Isaac Cruz fights or nothing like that, but if he comes out and lets it be known who his next fight is going to be, well, guess what, fight fans? I'm just saying. So I'm going to leave it right there. Let's keep it pushing on. So Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis. Let's hope we get it. Let's hope we get it. I want to keep on going to this little situation right here, man. And that's the whole dust up that's going down also publicly once again. And honestly, I'm honestly siding with Ryan Garcia in this whole little public spat between him and Oscar De La Hoya. Because what it is that it seems to me that Ryan is in a situation where, look, he's not trying to keep taking the blame and the wrath of the boxing fans. While the suits behind the scenes, they lie to him and say all of these things. They lie to the public. They want him on board with it, but he ain't down to go with it. And so he letting Oscar know, like, look, man, I've already been drugged through the mud. The fans have already got mad at me for saying this and saying that. I'm done playing these games with Oscar. And I'm done lying to the people. I respect that position from Ryan Garcia. Let that be known, fight fans. For him not to go down the yellow brick road with Oscar's little weird ass, you know what I'm saying? I actually respect this move from Ryan Garcia. And I'm talking about this. Let's keep it pushing. So it came out earlier this week. It looks as if Ryan Garcia has came out with some statements that came out in some articles this week. And Ryan is kind of still talking about the loss to Gervonta Davis. And he says, and I quote, "I've lost. I've seen everybody leave me. And then I just got to see who's really there for me. After the fight, nobody was there for me. Like my team, but you just didn't come to the press conference and go and do nothing. You know what I mean? I was left with somebody betrayed me in camp, and they weren't trying to look out for me after the fight. And it was like I was left with that. It was the worst. And Tank's team really care about me more than my own team." End quote. Woo! That got the sting. I remember that time, fight fans. Remember we were sitting here talking about this. That was messed up. They ran out on the kid, man. Oscar says he did his job. I came as a promoter. I promoted the fight. Oscar's also even out here in the public speaking about that there was some behind the scenes issues that played out right after that fight. And you know, there's basically more to the story. And, you know, he's happy with the job that he's did and he's moved on. So when Ryan basically came out to the public with these statements, this prompted Oscar De La Hoya to take to social media and come out with this. What the hell? What the F at Ryan Garcia? It's been almost 2 months and you're still crying about the post presser. The blame for your loss is on you and your advisor, Lupe. He is the only one who pushed you to accept that insane rehydration clause, and that is the reason that you lost. Man up on that. Oof. Now you got to remember, everybody, Oscar's a former fighter. So it's not like Oscar's not talking from a place of competitiveness to a certain degree himself. And he may not understand this whole excuses and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? He may be cut from that cloth, and that's one thing I will give Oscar. He's just probably not down for the excuses. And I think the thing that really stings him is the fact that Ryan is saying, yo, Tank's team treated me better than you. You supposed to be a promoter and trying to attract more talent, but you got the other guy's team there for me before you were. They were calling my phone and you wasn't. And it was messed up on Oscar's part. Oscar's zooted up out of there super fast. Guarantee you, if Ryan would have won, Oscar would have found the way to be at that post-fight presser. Him and luncheon ass B-Hop. Him and luncheon ass B-Hop. They both would have been in that post-fight presser. But you know, look, bro. You know, I know you don't like to hear Ryan's excuses, but to a certain degree, Oscar, you making an excuse here because you still talking about this rehydration clause. And, you know, you say what you want, man. Ryan thought that he was good enough to go and accept that particular clause. And it was something that Ryan had to accept in order to walk through that door. Don't talk about it after the fact. You know this, Oscar. In order for him to get the A-side Tank fight, the fight that he so very much well wanted, but Tank is fighting at 35. Tank get to make those calls. Tank even compromised and decided to go at a catch weight. He didn't bring him all the way to 135. He fought him at a catch weight. Now, you might not like the rehydration clause, but you got to give a little to get a little. He didn't bring him down to 35, but he put you under a rehydration clause. So you can't come in that joint 175 pounds or whatever the case, looking for any edges, no edges. But damn, bro, like you making excuses semi too, Oscar, by keep bringing that up, but still not a good look, man. And you are, Damn, really the ops to your fighter right now, champ. According to Ryan Garcia, he comes out and he states that, look, these are the 3 people that he wants to fight next. The Rolly fight, and they just ordered for him to fight someone else. Good. You know what I'm saying? The Isaac Cruz, if he is willing to come to 140. You duck Cruz at 35, bro. Remember, Cruz wanted to fight at 35. Now you want to run up to 40 and say, come on, Cruz, catch me if you can? Like, what kind of games you playing here, Ryan? Then he goes and says Teofimo Lopez, depending on the outcome. So these are the 3 fights that Ryan Garcia says he has his eyes on. Now, the Teo and Josh winner, I don't favor him against either. Isaac Cruz, maybe he can drag him to a weight, that's kind of, up there, and maybe he can beat Isaac Cruz. But the Rolly fight will probably be the best thing for him marketing wise, because they'll make a casual thing about that fight, and it puts a belt around Ryan's waist. So that'll more than likely be the fight I think they targeted the most. But most importantly, what's so important about this, what Ryan is saying, is the fact that he is telling the truth, fight fans. This is what makes this statement from Ryan right here so powerful. He is letting you know exactly who he wants to fight. Just to see Oscar De La Hoya come back out here to the public and tell the world that he is fighting Manny Pacquiao. They tell the whole world that, Ryan is fighting. We're trying to get him to fight Manny Pacquiao. And we all know that Ryan has been down the Pacquiao road before, where boxing fans ripped him apart because they seen it as a lie. And it looked like it was lying Ryan, crying Ryan. He getting all of these nicknames, right? And he took a drubbing from the boxing fans. Like, he took a lot of criticism that wasn't so good for Ryan. And here's Oscar trying to march him back down that same road. Look at this. Michael Benson reporting. Ryan Garcia's promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, has told reporters that he is now looking at Manny Pacquiao as a potential opponent for Garcia's next fight. And this prompts Ryan Garcia to come out and says that this isn't happening. I said what I wanted. It's frustrating. I'm tired of this. I feel you, young Ryan. I'm with you on this one. The man tries to walk around and he markets himself as a man of faith, doesn't he, fight fans? I know he wears his religion on his sleeve, and he wants to be known as a man of faith. And he can't be running around here lying to the public, lying to the world, all because Oscar wants him to do so. He wants some real spill, and he wants the world to know exactly what he wants. So if he don't get what he wants, he knows everyone knows exactly where to look, and it shouldn't be Ryan. And so this prompted Oscar De La Hoya to come right back behind this and says, well, it's called promoting. No, Oscar, it's called lying. It's called promoting. No, Oscar, it's called clout chasing off of Manny Pacquiao's name. But you call it promoting. It's called promoting. Who do you think sparked the fight the week of the press conference when it was like being at a funeral? My job is to promote. Your job is to fight. No love, no laws, love. And I think he's talking about when he blew up at that press conference, right? Remember when he came out, all the hydration clauses and this and that, you know what I mean? And they got the talk stirred up. And so Oscar's like, look, man, I'm controversial. Controversy sells. I am promoting. I am a promoter for a reason. You just sit there and deal with it. Whatever the fallout may be, that's just something you got to deal with because I'm trying to promote him. You know what I mean? Lewis Coleman says old ass Pac will beat Ryan's ass. Hey, how that fight look, bro? What you think that fight looks like? Pacquiao at 40 years old versus Ryan Garcia at 140. Pacquiao would take it. Pacquiao probably want to hunt for some money right now, so Pacquiao will probably take it, to be honest with you. But who wins that fight for real? Does Pacquiao would he honestly have a chance against young Ryan Garcia at 140? I think I would honestly lean towards Pacquiao. As crazy as that might sound, I would lean towards Pacquiao over Ryan Garcia. I don't want to get that ball rolling because that ball can easily get the rolling, fight fans. Easy. We do too much talking about that. That ball will get the rolling. But I'm just saying, I mean, what that is, if you really think about it, it's a little intriguing. It's just a little bit intriguing. Who really could 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao beat Ryan Garcia. That is somewhat, to a certain degree, somewhat intriguing. You know what I'm saying? Somewhat intriguing. Mr. All Hell Breaks Loose says Ryan can beat Pitbull, but he is looking bad doing it. Damn. You think he can beat Pitbull? Yeah, I think he can beat Pitbull. Pitbull will press him, though. And I do wonder if Ryan will run out of steam on Pitbull, going into those championship rounds. But Pitbull will press him. But Ryan can deliver enough combinations and speed to where he can rack up a lot of points on Pitbull. You know what I mean? Pitbull is going to come forward. He's going to want to make it a dog fight. And Ryan is going to use his feet in speedy hands, I think, to stay away from Pitbull. Could Ryan throw 7 rounds in the bank? Like you said, Mr. All Hell Breaks Loose. Yeah. He can throw 7 to 8 sloppily, maybe by the skin of his chinny chin. I think he can throw 7 to 8 in the bank on the exotic Pitbull cruise. Stopping him? Nah, I wouldn't lean that. I wouldn't go that way. You know what I mean? Wouldn't go that way. Brian O'Connor says, yo, man, he not beating Cruz. Cruz can beat Tank. I guess you might want to say, man, miss me with that. For you to say that he can beat Tank and Tank beat him with one hand, bro, that speaks volumes, bro. Come on, man. Yeah, especially with Garcia not being top 10 nowhere. And he had to take it. It's true. What else was he going to do? He ducked Devin. You know what I mean? He ducked Devin fair and square. If it was left to Ryan would have brought Tank up to 140. I always tell everybody that don't make no misunderstandings. Just because Tank did what he did, don't think that wouldn't have happened that way if Ryan was in control. It would have been probably worse. We can make it about, Tank was so this and Tank was so that. Guaranteed you, if Oscar and Ryan were the A side and they had the upper hand, they would have threw terms out there that Tank would have had to take. Like, what the hell? They would have drugged him up in weight. They would have took him up high into a higher weight class. It would have been all kinds of bells and whistles in there. But Tank is Tank, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, man, it's messed up that they have in a little public act like that. You know what I'm saying? It's messed up, man. But and clearly, Oscar's giving everybody a snapshot into how these promoters think. They don't care if they lie to us. They don't give a damn about lying. Like Bob Arum told us, man. I was lying. What did he say? I was lying yesterday, and I'm telling the truth today. Well, here it is, right here. It's showing you. They call it promoting. They call it promoting. So it is what it is, fight fans. So it is what it is. So let's move on to this very last subject right here. And I'm not going to spend much time with this because basically I have a lot of Spence and Crawford talk coming up for the upcoming week. You know what I mean? So we got a lot of things to kind of get to, and we are running through the days, fight fans. But it seems as if when we did these golden questions a couple weeks ago, or a few days ago, and I came and I spoke about the vulnerabilities of Errol Spence Jr. Well, I got a lot of bad mail behind the scenes that people thought that Mainman, that I was exaggerating it from what I've been told. Mainman, you are exaggerating the things that Errol Spence Jr. does wrong. And I just made 3 simple points. 3 simple points of the things that's going to be his downfall versus Terence Crawford. And I've been making those 3 points for as far back I can remember, fight fans. And let me just tell you, so since y'all think that I was exaggerating, because I got this behind the scenes, right? I can show you. I'm going to make this real painless and very, very easy to do. Very, very easy to do. The vulnerabilities of Errol Spence Jr. still exist. And they exist as recently as his last fight. They have not improved. These 3 things would get him a defeat against Terence Crawford, no matter how you slice it. And I've been saying this for as far back as I can remember. And I've even done video after video after video showing you. I've broken this down numerous times, showing you with different footage and everything like that, that these things still go on. And as I watch him in the most recent fights, I say to myself, they are still going on. I listened to Bomac not long ago. Bomac said, yo, we still notice that Errol Spence Jr. is doing the same old bad habits. Those bad habits has not changed, he says, since the amateurs. Now, I noticed those same bad habits. And it's just who the fighter is. He cannot change his spots. A cheetah can't change their spots, right? Zebra can't change their stripes. It's who he is. And those vulnerabilities is the thing that's going to get him defeated. Bad habit number one, fight fans. Bad habit number one. Spence still gets clipped between punches. As recently as the Ugas fight, when I watched that fight, bam, right there. This was going on all fight long. Let's run that back, man. I think they might have missed that. Look at this. He's doing his thing, and right between punches, this is still happening, fight fans. Well, man, I don't never see him get clipped between punches. That doesn't happen. What are you talking about? Every time someone is hurting him, most of the time, it's always from punches that he doesn't see. And it's in a lot of cases where he's always winning the fight. It's in a lot of cases where he is always winning the fight. And he either gets clipped at once upon a time through the fight, and it's always between punches. The only difference is, fight fans, is that none of them is Terence Crawford. And none of them were knockout artists. Neither was Ugas. Your man had 12 knockouts. 12. What if that's Terence Crawford landing a shot like this between punches, fight fans? What if that's Terence Crawford? Well, man. Well, I told him, I said, well, another vulnerability or another bad habit that Errol has not changed all of these years is the fact, and this just can come because he's a natural southpaw, but he gets touched with the right hand and hurt on several occasions with a right hand. The right hand still lands a lot on Errol Spence Jr. fight fans. As recently as his last fight, look how easy the right hand lands on Errol Spence Jr. When you look at this one right hand, there's another one. Oh, well, man, that was a grazing shot. That ain't mean anything. Well, there's a right hand right to the top of the temple. Well, that don't mean anything, man. Well, here comes another right hand. And well, man, what are you talking about? The right hand. He gets touched with right hands, fight fans, like it's no tomorrow. What does this mean for a fighter in Terence Crawford that switches southpaw, but his strong hand is still the right hand? I keep asking this question. I guess I'll ask it all the way up to July 29th. What happens? And you may say, well, man, well, it's no big deal. It is a big deal, because if you go back to when Ugas hurt Errol Spence Jr. fight fan, it was due to right hands. Oh, man, that was a push. That was a push. Well, here's my thing. Let's look at this very, very closely. That was a push right there, right? I'll give you that. That was a push. The head goes down, and we got what we at? One right hand right there. Then we got another one that comes right back. Bam! That's the right hand that knocks out the mouthpiece. It was due to right hands, fight fans. Right hands. If Ugas can have that kind of impact with a short right hand to the inside, what does Terence Crawford do? And I want y'all to understand, fight fans, what's also characteristic that I always accuse Spence of doing. If you notice, he's so focused on what he's doing that he's disregarding anything that Ugas can do or bring at this moment. And he's just coming forward with shot after shot, disregarding what Ugas going to give him. You can't do that against Terence Crawford, because if Terence Crawford catch you with the short shots, boom, right there. If he catch you with another shot like that on the inside, boom, right there. I'm telling you, fight fans, he going to sleep. And these vulnerabilities show constantly on Errol Spence Jr. Oh, man, no, they don't. This was his most recent fight. This wasn't 2 fights ago, 3 fights ago. This wasn't a younger version of Errol Spence. This wasn't a version that, well, he got time to work on things. This is the same old Errol Spence with the same old bad habits that he's had since the amateurs. And those things right there, I don't care who's up on the scorecards. You make those mistakes right there, you're going to sleep. And those mistakes are made each and every fight. So if you don't want to believe the words of Mainman, at the very least, believe your own eyes. And remember that was a Ugas that had 12 knockouts. And this was Errol Spence Jr.'s last fight. That boy gonna get hit by a Mack truck. And he ain't gonna see it coming, fight fans. He ain't gonna see it coming. According to Lewis Coleman, once Errol gets hit clean, he clams up or he freezes. That's facts. That is facts. And, you know, Kell Brook had him shelling up against them ropes. I'm telling you, and we know that Terence Crawford is the best finisher in the game. If he senses those wobbly legs, if he catches him with a shot like that on the inside, if the right hand is landing at ease like that for Terence Crawford, if Terence Crawford with his crackerjack timing has the ability to land a shot between Errol's punches, it doesn't matter who's up on the scorecards, fight fans. It don't matter. That fight will be equalized. And if Ugas can do it, telling me that Bud can't do it. Come on, y'all. Come on. Word of the day says, Ryan Garcia should fight Rolly and then try to get a fight with Haney. Yeah, man. That'll probably be the route that he takes. And Haney will welcome that because it'll probably get some casual love. So for sure. Mr. All Hell Breaks Loose. Salute the main man again. I was in another boxing live and it was all yelling and screaming. No chat interaction. We talking boxing on top out here. Oh yeah, all day, fam. I'm always going to look out for the fam all day. And we always going to have an avenue, the Mainman Mademan. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And I can't wait to get the phone lines back up and cracking. You know what I'm saying? Real spill, man. So thank you for that, champ. Thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? Raheem says, fair enough at Maine. This one will have to be answered in the fight. I don't see Crawford sitting in the pocket as much as Ugas. As well that it also puts Crawford at risk and his body work and work rate. But he's going to have to put himself in those harm's ways. He's going to have to do that. He's going to have to. Because he's going to have to need that range that he's going to have that dynamic knockout power. And that's that mid-range. He's going to have to be right there to make it happen. He's going to have to face the storm. Look, I think that Terence Crawford fully realizes that Errol Spence Jr. is a walking tornado. He's a Tasmanian devil. You know what I'm saying? And he does have many layers to his game. Terence Crawford cannot sit there and just in a pocket and just let Errol beat on him. No. Terence Crawford is going to have to pick his openings and look for him. Lewis says, y'all got a question for you, man. What's the betting odds right now on Crawford knocking Spence out? Oh, good question, champ. You know what? We'll cover that in the next live stream. We'll go through some of the odds, man. I haven't even honestly been looking at the betting odds. We kind of still far out, but I'm sure that's a good question, bro. I do want to know what the odds on that. Expect that answer on the next one, man. I know for sure that Crawford is still the favorite to win the fight. As at least as the last time I checked, Crawford was still the favorite to win the fight. I don't understand all of these Errol Spence Jr. fans out here, but ain't nobody putting no money on the dude. Like, what y'all waiting on? I thought this was a shoe-in for Errol Spence Jr. With his fan base being so massive, I would have thought that they would have ran the odds up by now. I guess not. That's a good question, though, Lewis. I will look into that. I don't have that right off back, but I do definitely want to know that. You know what I mean? Carl Brown says, show the right hands that land on Bud every fight. Will do, champ, because that's exactly what I said that Bud's vulnerabilities was in that video that we talked about it. I'll show that, and we'll talk about that on the next live stream. But I agree with you. Bud is susceptible to a right hand in a slow-paced fight. I'm not gonna make no mince of that. But the thing is that the Spence fans thought that, oh, well, I'm exaggerating and I'm going overboard by saying that Errol got these vulnerabilities. These are his vulnerabilities. Each and every fight. And we might can add 2 teeth to that list too, because I don't know how good his teeth is if Ugas knocking them shits loose. Hold on to your teeth, Holmes. Hold on to your teeth. Carl Brown says, what if Errol smirk at Bud when he lands his best shot I'm just saying. Yeah, well, you know, that's a lot of what ifs, bro. That's a big what if. We'll see. He's gonna have to keep smirking because it's gonna be more than one. Blood ain't gonna stop, bro. He is not a boxer. He's a fighter, meaning that he finds a way to win. It ain't got to be pretty. It ain't got to be slick. It ain't got to be perfect. This has got to be a win. And at the end of the day, I'm expecting for Spence to have his moments, and I'm expecting for Bud to have his moments. But I'm just expecting for, well, we'll talk about that later. You know what I'm saying? Your call says, yo, I'm going to keep it real. I think that Spence is going to beat Crawford more easier than people think. Real talk. I think you're underestimating Crawford like he's been underestimated his entire career. See, the thing is, man, that's why I say, bro, like to the core Bud fans, you can't convince us that, oh, he's way out of his depth and he's going to get smashed and this, that, and because, yo, he's been counted out too much. You know how many people counted him out versus Sean Porter, only to switch their tunes? You know how many people counted him out versus Sean Porter, only to see him not get no credit, bro? So this ain't nothing new to us. This ain't nothing new to us, man. I got Australia on deck. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. I can show you that I got 500 on Errol already, says Carl Brown. I sound good. Okay. Well, you must be the only one putting some serious money on Errol because them odds ain't moving, champ. It ain't enough for y'all. Where's the massive fan base? Y'all, he got Texas, right? The magic market. Where's the magic fan base? Where's everybody showing up? It looked like Buzz people showing up. At least as far as the early betting is concerned. You know what I mean? As far as the early betting is concerned. So with that being said, fight fans, I just want everybody to know, man, it's no exaggerations here, man. And it is what it is. The fact of the matter is he got them vulnerabilities. Bud got his vulnerabilities. But I do believe that Bud will capitalize off his vulnerabilities a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. So with that being said, fight fans, I got to get ready to get on up out of here, man. I'm going to shut this on down, fight fans. It's been a really, really, really cool show, man. I want to thank everybody for rocking out with me for this particular episode of We Talking Boxing Live, fight fans. Thank you so much. Y'all have a blessed night out there, man. Y'all stay stressed and sucker free, man. And y'all remember, man, the devil is everywhere, omnipresent. He wants you dead. He wants you on the side of the road. He wants you depressed. We ain't going like that, fight fans. Y'all got to win them battles out there, and you keep on winning. I'm going to get on up out of here, man, and I'm going to see y'all on the next video, fight fans. Y'all be real out here, man, and until the next video. Peace out.
You are